Hey YouTube. Hi. How's it going, guys? Okay, let me get in the groups and let everybody know that I am live on YouTube. Sorry, these first couple minutes of the live videos are always like crazy because you don't know if anybody's here, and so I'm just typing in here now, letting everybody know that I'm here. Yep. Okay, so people are coming. Just say hi if you're here. Yeah, and then we'll get started once I type in the groups and let everybody know that I'm live. Hey, 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 hey. Hey, guys. Hey. Okay, so as you can see, I am sneaking to give you guys a video real quick. I just wanted to get on YouTube and make this video because, of course, well, first of all, hit the like button, subscribe, all that stuff before we even get started. Thank you. Y'all are crazy. Okay, so I just wanted to come make this YouTube video and be live because, and if you guys can't hear me, just let me know because, of course, I'm trying to be quiet because everybody's asleep. But I wanted to make this video because I've been doing tons and tons and tons of consultations. And they've been going good. I've been talking to a lot of women, and I'm getting a lot of the same questions. Okay, here's the thing. You saw the title, I'm Lost, and Why Loneliness is Necessary. I feel like loneliness is necessary on your journey from being whether it's being a sugar baby, whether it's being a wife, whether it's being a, whatever your, what am I trying to say? Sorry, guys. Whatever your aspiration is, whatever you're trying to be, it's necessary to be lonely at first. A lot of women are asking me, well, what do I do about my friends? What do I do about my family? They're really not going to accept me. They're really not going to like what I'm doing, and all these things. And that's a lot. That's a really good question. And it's a good question for somebody who is a newbie, basically. But I feel like loneliness is necessary because you have to know what it is you really want. Like, do you want to be a working woman? Do you want a career? Or do you want to be a kept woman? Do you want to be a sugar baby? Or do you want to be with a dusty? Do you want to accept bad behavior, or do you want to stand up for yourself? You have to be clear on what it is you want, because if you're not, your viewpoints, your values, your morals, whatever the case may be, can easily be swayed. So I feel like loneliness is necessary because you didn't come here with anybody. You weren't born with anybody. And even if you were, your specific birth was a single birth. Like, nobody comes into this life, into this existence with somebody else. So that should let you know that from the very beginning, you are alone. Solitude is where you find out what your beliefs are, where you find out who your true friends are, where you find out what you think and how you feel and what motivates you and what makes you sad and what makes you happy. And, that's where you really find who you are in solitude, because you don't have all the noise of everybody else's opinion. You don't have the noise of your children or, whoever, church people, whatever the case may be. When you are alone, that's the best time to figure out and write out your goals. That's the best time to get clear on what it is you want and be clear on what you need as a person, what's acceptable and what's not acceptable. And I say that I'm lost. I say that I'm lost because if you are blocked, if you no longer have my number, if you're trying to find me, I'm lost. There are several, I have a whole lifetime of people that are still somewhere looking for me right today. I have blocked my family. I've blocked a lot of old friends. I've blocked a lot of people from my life because I was clear about what I wanted. Anybody who is still content with the way they used to live, anybody who's still content with the old me, or they want to bring up, well, I remember when you used blah, 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 and blah, blah, blah. That's fine. I know that there are people who knew me before I stepped into the role that I'm in now. But I also know that those people are no longer necessary for this part of my journey. You guys have to get comfortable with being alone. You have to get comfortable with being quiet. Being quiet, not telling all of your business, not, being so forthright when people ask you, so what do you do for a living? You don't have to tell them. You really don't. Well, what was your childhood like? You don't have to tell them. You do not have to tell people anything about yourself. You control your life. You run your life. So whatever information you choose to divulge is information that you choose to divulge. You don't have to make it known that you want to be a gold digger. You don't have to tell people, oh, well, I'm high maintenance, or I'm pretty, or I'm used to being spoiled. If you ever find yourself saying that, that's a number one clue to somebody who's listening and who understands human behavior, that is an absolute untruth, and you don't believe that. Any sort of declaration that you have to make to somebody is something that you don't really believe. If I walk around saying, I'm so high maintenance. Oh, I'm so high maintenance. I just, I require the finest things in life, and I'm only used to being treated a certain way. If you say something like that, first of all, that's a telltale sign that that it's not the case. If that's the case, then you have to really be that. You have to really be that. You don't have to say it, you have to be it. If you want to be a gold digger, then you present yourself as a gold digger. If you want to be high maintenance, that means your hair should be perfected. Your makeup should be perfected. Your look should be perfected. If you tell somebody you're high maintenance and you walk around, not looking high maintenance, that's a contradiction. So you have to be what you want to be and not necessarily say it. A lot of women get caught up on, I just want to tell the truth. I don't want to be fake. I want to, be genuine. All that is fine. But has being truthful, genuine, honest, and all that stuff really gotten you to where you want to be? Honestly, has it really gotten you to where you want to be? Have you ever met a man who was genuine, honest, real with you? If you have, then fine. But I don't know of many men who are just that forthright about themselves, who are just that telling about themselves. They lie. They lie to you in the beginning, and they continue to lie to you. So what's the big deal about being honest? I want to be real. I want to keep it real. Okay, you're going to keep it really broke if you do that. Because to be honest, nobody really, just like, okay, here's an example. Sorry, y'all. It feels wrong leaving my loyal friends when we grow apart. Okay, I'm going to come back to that. But here's the thing. If you are giving the person, somebody, a man, let's say, if you're giving him 100% honesty, you're telling him everything about yourself. I grew up, poor, and my mom treated me this way, and I don't have a good relationship with my dad, and da 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 da. You're giving him the fuel he needs to totally destroy you in the game. That's like if you're playing Uno or something, or if you're playing a card game, you're not going to show the other person your hand. So why do you do it in life? Just because you want to be real, just because you want to be, you know, um, nobody cares. If somebody says, "Hey, how you doing?" They don't really want to know. They don't want you to be like, "Girl, look, I'm on my period. These kids is bothering me. My husband cheating on me. I'm sick. I'm cramping." Nobody wants to know that. People say, "How are you doing?" to be polite. People say, "How are you doing?" to be cordial. They don't say it because they really want to know. So the key is to be as selective as you can with your information that you give. Be selective in who you allow in your life. Somebody made this statement. Um, I feel guilty leaving my friends, my loyal friends, when we grow apart or when we grew up or whatever. Let me tell you something. If you are on a journey that is not necessarily conventional, if you are on a path that is not necessarily what your friends are used to, your family is used to seeing you as, you will have to let them go in order to reach the next level. You will have to see, like all these people, my dad told me a long time ago, blah, blah, blah. Like, that's too much information. Like, you're on a live stream that could potentially reach hundreds of thousands of millions of people. Not saying that, I'm going to go viral or anything, but I'm just saying, like, why would you put that, you know what I mean? Like, why would you put that sort of information into a live stream? You know, just being, anyway, women feel loyalty. Women feel some sort of connection to people that they've been with for a long time. But you need to know, like, say your loyal girlfriend from high school or whatever. If you, say she finds a boyfriend or something, don't you know that she gonna be like, "See ya, I got a man. Oh, we have to spend family time. Oh, so and so is gonna take me to the movie tonight. Oh, this is gonna happen. Oh, that is gonna happen." Don't you know that um, as soon as your friend gets a man or gets a new hobby or gets new friends, you're gonna be put to the side. So why would you still continue to be loyal to somebody who isn't really going to be that loyal to you? People are always out for their own agenda. Period. I don't care if you knew them since kindergarten. Your grandma is out for her own agenda. I'm telling you, if her air conditioner goes out, best believe your grandma's going to be calling you like, "I don't care that rent is due next week. I need money for my air conditioner." And she's not going to care. And that's your grandmother. She's part of your legacy. She's this, she's that. Come on. Your grandma is going to be out. She's going to be like, what you going to do for me?" Everybody is out for their own agenda. Your children are out for their own agenda. So somebody asked, how do I kill the honest broad inside of me? I'm a very honest person. Anybody that's in the Facebook group knows that I'm a pretty honest person. But a lot of times that can get me in trouble. I was just called a bully last week. So how do you kill the honest person inside of you? Is the honesty getting you where you want to go? Is the honesty helping you achieve your goals? When you go on a job interview, do you lie? You know what I'm saying? In most cases, yes, you do. In a lot of cases, yes, you do. Do you lie to people at church if you go to church? Probably so. You probably tell them, you don't tell them, "Hey, I was in the club last night, but I made it to church." No, that's dishonest. Do you lie to your children? Yeah. "Mama ain't no hoe." Mama would never know. I would never do um, anything like that. You lie to your children. Do you lie to your husband? Yep. You know what I mean? So people lie often to get to a goal. Just remember your goals. Um, remember your goals. If you are trying to get a sugar daddy, you can't tell him, hey guys, you can't tell him, I grew up in a broken home. I never knew my dad. He was in jail. My mom gave me up and I had to live with my grandmother. That'll work sometimes, especially if he's a wimpy kind of guy or whatever. But you do not want to tell the average guy this because he's going to be like, daddy issues. I can get into bed in a week. Easy, So, you don't want to be you don't want to come across as somebody who is less than what you want, basically. Um, so that's basically the gist of this video. You guys need to be aware that you don't need friends. You don't need family. You can create your own family. You can have people in your life that you see as family, people in your life that treat as family. They don't necessarily have to be blood related to you. They don't necessarily have to have come from the same genealogy as you. Anybody can be your family. Anybody can be your friend. You are not obligated to keep anybody in your life who is contradicting the path that you're on. If you're on a certain path, you don't have to talk to your mama. You don't. You don't need help from anybody. You don't need advice from anybody. You don't need anybody to tell you what your thoughts are. That's why I said being alone is important. If you don't have the ability to know what you like, to know how you feel, to know what matters to you, that's a problem. That's a real problem because you're going to be easily swayed. Somebody could say, "Oh yeah, I really like how you decorated in here." Then another person could really an approval addiction. Exactly. Another person could come in and say, "Girl, why you put those drapes up? Those are ugly." And instead of concentrating on the positivity that you've received, a lot of people, not just women, but a lot of people will concentrate on that one negative thing and say, well, they didn't like this, so I have to change it. I find myself thinking about other people's feelings when I want to make big choices. Right? Like, why? Why do you consider other people's feelings about what you're choosing to do in your own life? Why? Why is that? That's why I said I'm lost. I am. If you're looking for me right now and you're part of a former life that I once had, just know that I'm lost. Probably never gonna find me. If you find me on Facebook, you probably won't get my number. You probably won't even get a response from me because I've totally revamped, changed my life, and it is what it is. People do it all the time. People do it all the time. You have to be aware of what is working for you and what specifically is not working for you. I've been married since 18 and I never lived by myself. I mean, that doesn't always have to be the case. Just because you're married now doesn't mean you have to be married tomorrow. People get divorced every day. People get divorced every single day. People move every day. If your life is not going the way you want it, if you're in a dusty environment, if you are not in a place where you want to be financially, if you are not satisfied with your life, U-Haul is open every single day of the week. You can go rent you a U-Haul, pack your little stuff up, and move. There is nothing deadbolting you to the place where you are. Period. If you don't like your house, move to a better one. If you don't like your husband, get a new one. If you don't like, you do need money. You do need money, but money is plentiful. It's all in your mind. It's all in your mind. If you see somebody, you can turn on the TV right now and probably see a Kim Kardashian episode or, Housewives of blah, 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 whatever. If those people have 24 hours to live, Oprah has 24 hours to live. Bill Gates has 24 hours to live in a day. Why are they able to make money and be successful, supposedly, and you are not? I ask myself that all the time. All the time. Why are other people able to be successful and you're not? You can't use the excuse of, oh, I'm broke, because you don't have to be broke. Being broke is a choice. Um, I had to let go of two male friends each. They were presenting themselves as looking out for me, but as soon as I stopped being Miss Independent, they were nowhere to be found. I really don't know about the male friend thing. I pretty much think that guys have women that they call friend, my play sister, my play cousin, my this, my that, because they want to keep you in the wings for whenever this other relationship with the real woman they want to be with doesn't work. So you're just in the wings as a filler type of person, especially as an adult. As an adult, I really don't do the male friend thing. Why do I need you as a friend? I mean, are you paying a bill? Are we getting some PP? Are we playing trampoline? What are we doing? Because a male friend over the age of like 5 is like, yeah, pretty suspect. But anyway, I digress. So I really think that, thank you. See, that's why I tried to make my makeup very basic. I tried to make it, not so flashy and stuff, because I wanted to be on topic. I didn't want people to be like, "Ooh, your hair. Ooh, your makeup. Ooh, your da da da." So I'll put it in the comments or something. But um, yeah, I really think that it's important that as women, you be very definitive about what your goals are, that you be very sure about what your goals are. When you are, then you'll be able to attract that more into your life. And it's okay if you get lost. It's okay if people say, "Girl, what happened to Mickey? Girl, what? We ain't seen Mickey in forever. Where she go? What happened?" That's good. When people are looking for you, when people can't find you, that's a good thing. Especially if you live in the hood. Especially if you, you know, have people who are not on board with what you're doing. If somebody in your life is not 100% supportive of what you're doing, then you don't need them. I don't care if you decide to rob a bank. I don't care if you decide to murder your baby daddy because he ain't paying your child support. If you my friend, you better be on board. You better be like, ha 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 ha, girl, you crazy. You ain't gotta help me do wrong, but you better be supportive. If you're not supportive, you gotta go. You gotta go. Even if it's your mother. Yeah. Especially if it's your mother. Like, how are you gonna down me? How are you not gonna be supportive of me? And you gave me your DNA. What? I didn't ask to be here. You laid down and got me. So you definitely need to be supportive. And if your mom is not supportive, then oh toodles. Your mama can't go in that casket with you. Your mama can't go to work with you. Your mama can't listen to all these men on these dates with you. Your mama can't give you, well, maybe your mom can give you money to pay your bills, but still, your mom is probably getting some PP right now while she's trying to judge what you're doing. People want to be like, ooh, my mama would die if I ever lived with a man. I talked to a lady the other day, true story, and I was like, oh my goodness. This lady was in her 50s and had never ever lived with a man, never been married, and never had children. All because, oh, my mama and daddy would be so disappointed. Oh, my parent. And I'm like, you're 50. Why are you still concerned about what your parents are doing? Because guess what? Right now, Your mama is probably putting lipstick on the PP for all you know, and you're living your life to be satisfactory to them. Like, they not even worrying about you. You know, your mama is doing the most right now. Your mama is probably really turning it in, and you can't even get none because you so worried about what your mama over there doing or what your mama is gonna think. That's sad. That's really, really sad, you know? So think about that. You know, nobody has to agree with what you're doing. Nobody has to co-sign what you're doing. You can do whatever you want to do. Whatever you want to do. So, like, people will say, well, I really want to go freestyling, but I just really don't know how to do it. Or I really want a rich man. I want somebody to take care of me. I want somebody to do blah, 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 blah for me. And that's good. Okay, do you have a car? Yes. Okay, do you have clothes? Yes. Do you have makeup? Yes. So why are you not going? You know, why are you not going? I'm afraid. I'm scared because you're worried about what other people are going to say. A lot of people put too much weight on the opinions of other people. When you walk into a room, you shouldn't be worrying about what nobody else is saying about you. You should be having conversations in your mind like, oh, I know they all love me. Everybody in here thinks I'm the most beautiful thing in the world. Why would you be thinking anything otherwise? Be confident in yourself enough to know that your decision is the right decision because the universe, God, Jesus, whoever you want to call these people, um, have given you this life. So it's obvious that there is something in you that is able to live this life. You have your own thoughts, and I have my own thoughts. That's how we're able to exist in the world. If you don't have your own thoughts, you need to get some for real. Let's see. Somebody asked the question: how do we find our truth? Like I said, get by yourself. Be by yourself. There's nothing wrong with being by yourself. You can if okay you can figure out a lot when you don't have other people's opinions in your head, when you don't have circumstances preventing you from learning and growing and doing things. You can learn a lot about yourself when you get alone. Stop depending on other people's opinions. Be by yourself. Take yourself to the movies, take yourself out, sit at home by yourself, turn the TV off, write in a journal. It's easy to figure out what your truth is when you don't have the opinions of other people. Somebody said, can I go freestyling with $2 in my pocket, in my bank account? I don't see why not. If you only have $2, if you only have $2, if you only have $2 to your name, that's a problem. You need to be figuring out why you only have $2. If you have a vagina, there is no excuse for you not to have money. I'm going to say it again. If you have a vagina, there is no way that you should not have money. You should have money at all times if you have a vagina. Hello. I'm going to just leave that right there. Won't even elaborate. Yeah. Let me see. Let me see. Okay. So I'm working on my look. Not 100% there yet, but I look decent now. Should I wait till I'm all the way leveled up to go freestyling and do it now? If you're trying to go freestyling and you're trying to attract a rich man, it most likely will not happen if you're not leveled up. It just won't. Rich men like beautiful women. If you're not a beautiful woman, if you're not gorgeous, if you're not outstanding, if you're not, you know, there, then it's going to be futile to have, to go freestyling. It just will. You're not going to get to the goal that you want. Charge for the vagina. I mean, you can. Hello, that's the oldest profession in the world. Ain't if I was dead broke and I only have $2 to my name, somebody gonna pay for it. You can get paid because you have a vagina. You don't necessarily have to sell your vagina. You know, I still be out looking cute with $2. Right? You bought clothes before you was down to $2. You got something. Your cousin got an outfit. Your auntie got an outfit. Your somebody got something. Um, okay, so somebody has a cousin that's sick. Well, I hope it gets better. Um, yeah, people always give to people. You can borrow. It doesn't necessarily have to be yours. You know, the money doesn't have to necessarily be yours. If I'm low on funds, I get a club soda and sip it. Yeah, I mean, get a water. Are you married to a rich man? You dropping jewels. I'm actually married to a complete dusty. But that's for another day. But he doesn't influence my thoughts, which is the topic of the video. The topic of the video. He does not influence my thoughts. He doesn't influence what I do. Um, you know, it is what it is. I do me, and I'm satisfied with what I'm doing. So tell me, sis, how can I bag who Jadena? Because he is fine as heck, intelligent, and charming. I don't even know who that is, but if he's fine as heck, you need to be finer than fine. You need to be finer than fine. If he's that fine, I don't know. Uh, but yeah, let me see. Let's see. Okay, so yeah, so basically, guys, that was how can you do what you do and be married? I'm married to a Dusty too, because I don't. Let me bring it back. Let me lower my tone and be nice and sweet and gentle. Okay, I'm married for the time and place that I was in. I'm not mad. I'm married for the time and place that I was in. I am no longer there. I am an adult. I have my own thoughts. I have my own feelings. I was myself before I married this person. I will be myself when I leave him. Um, he is a non factor to me, period. The fact that I have a husband does not change the fact that I have my own thoughts, that I have my own mind, that I have my own feelings. I have my own feelings, and I am going to do exactly what I want to do 100% of the time, all the time. If that is not something that, do I have a plan? What do you mean, do I have a plan? He don't want to need a plan. I stay with a plan, baby. I got plan A through Z. Hello. I stay with a plan. He don't want to need a plan. Um, I keep what I'm doing private from everyone, basically, in my everyday life. Nobody needs to know what I'm doing. I do what I do because I want to do what I do. It's not nobody dictates what I do. My children don't dictate what I do because guess what? They are going to be grown one day. My children are going to be getting some pee-pee one day. My children are going to have wives and girlfriends and whatever whatever they choose. They're going to have that. I am not going to be, I'm not going to be, I'm guiding my children. I'm showing them what I've learned in life. I'm giving them, the knowledge that I have. But I am not my children. I have to live my own life. Um, did you ever lose yourself in him anytime during your relationship? Um, yeah, yeah. I think a lot of wives do. I think a lot of wives get caught up in being a wife, in being a mother, in the role, in the day to day stuff. So yes, I did. I wouldn't say I necessarily lost myself, but I did change what I wanted to kind of fit into his lifestyle. I changed, you know, what I wanted and my views and stuff like that to kind of, you know, to kind of, I guess, make him satisfied. I did in the beginning. But I learned quickly that that was not beneficial. So, yeah, that changed like year one of my marriage. I was like, oh no. Um, so, yeah. So, learn to be quiet. Learn to keep things to yourself. If you have to recreate yourself in your mind so that you can, if you have to recreate yourself in your mind so that you can get a better life, do that. Stop being so honest. Stop being so caring about what other people have to say and what they want. And it's not necessary. You came by yourself and you're going to die by yourself. You know, it just is what it is. So, um, my chair looks like angel wings. Oh, yay, oh, that's sweet. So, yeah. So, just, who is featured in the New York Times? Y'all still talking about that man? I still don't know what he looked like. I don't watch videos, girl. I still wouldn't know. I know the song, but I don't even know who that person is. So, girl, if you want a super fine man, you got to be super fine. And period. That's it. For consultations, are they 30 minutes or 60 minutes? It depends on the need. It depends. And then here's the thing about the consultations. Since I've been doing YouTube, a lot of people have gotten to know me and what have you. So people want to come on the phone. Okay, I know you got a lot of game. I know you figured the game out. I want to know how you do it. My first question is going to be, okay, what do you look like? You can't, I could give y'all all the game in the world. I can give you A to Z what I do. I can tell you what I wear. I can put on outfits. I can take you on dates with me. I can do all of that. All of that. But if you don't have your look perfected, it's never going to work. My Facebook information is on the homepage of this, of my page or whatever you call this, of my YouTube. So just click on that and you can get my information and send me a Facebook message. But, you know, you guys have to know that you can't, you can't, you can get tips from me. I can tell you how I do it and all of this stuff. But what you can't do is be me. I can tell you exactly what to do. But if you don't have my same attitude, if you don't have my same vibe, it's not going to work. It's not going to work. People always want to say, Mickey, what do you wear? Can you do a video on how to lose weight so quickly? Just intermittent fasting. Look that up on YouTube, and that's it. So yeah, so that's what I would say. You know, you guys have to figure out what you like, what you don't like, and then go from there, pretty much. So yeah. But that's basically the gist of my video, what I want to share with you guys. Why are you lonely? I'm not lonely. I love being in solitude. I'm not lonely. I said that loneliness is necessary because a lot of people have so many people in their lives and they have all these friends and people that are, you know, whatever, all these people that are in their lives. And what? Oh Lord, I must have a troll. But anyway, they have a lot of people that are in their lives and they can't create their own thoughts. They can't have their own feelings and their own desires. So in order to learn that, you have to be by yourself. I'm not a lonely person. You know, I'm good. I'm very satisfied with the life I lead, but I feel like loneliness is necessary to get you to the next level, period. So yeah, that's what I think. So that's what I wanted to share, guys. Thanks for tuning in. If you guys have any additional questions, um, you feel free to DM me, feel free to send me messages or whatever on Facebook or on here. And I'll be glad to get back with you guys. But I really want to share that because, yeah, because I feel like it's important. A lot of ladies are missing that. A lot of ladies are not taking the time out to, they're not taking the time out to really get to know themselves and their wants. So I feel like that's important. That's important because I can't tell you what you need for your life. I can't. Only thing I can tell you is how I'm doing it and how I've been successful. So, I can give you that information, but if you're not able to replicate it, it's because you're not me. So, you have to come up with what your own style is basically. So yeah. So thank you guys for watching. You guys have a good evening. And I will see you next time. Bye.